Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to another live stream. I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield. I just realized there's no sound in the game. There it is. There's the sound. All right. So anyway, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Today we're doing some Raid-Tacular night madness, and we're gonna do some cool stuff. I'm actually gonna join them in Discord, so I need to make sure that you guys can hear them. If they're good with that, let me just double check real quick. And make sure that I have the proper Discord location here. I love the music. All right, let's see here. I guess I will have to test it in a moment. Oh, there it is. All right. Alright, well, we'll see if that works in a moment. Welcome back, everyone. Again, if you enjoy yourself tonight, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we're going to have some fun. I'm going to bring up the Kinship chat here on the other side. Alright, thanks for coming tonight, everyone. I am going to go ahead and join the Discord here, too, so you can...
Monday, and we're going to...
Hello.
Spend a little money to replace our car with something newer and a lot less miles on it. But it's going to turn...
When they're done. You know what I just realized? Let me adjust the filters on something here. Alright, we're just gonna do... that'll be alright like that. We're good. Alright. I need to make sure I need to ask everybody if everyone's alright with that. I'm pretty sure everybody is, but I still like to ask. I prefer to be very proper. I like to be telling people when something is being recorded or streamed. All right. I'm going to unmute here.
Like a little countdown.
All right. Hello.
He's starting
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? We're live, so you know. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, YouTube.
All right. Good. You guys talk a little bit. I'm balancing all your voices. Perfect. All right. All right. Excited. No.
I just have one question of the leader. Do you want DPS or do you want support?
That'll be up to Mr. Hammer. He's leading this.
DPS, please.
Alright, going red.
Alright. I'm assuming in our group, is Bola healing or am I healing? It'd be great if Bola was healing.
Bola, can you type in culture
yeah, you
chat?
Nice. Sweet. Awesome. Cool. I'm so excited I get to blow things up with fire.
I've got my bog thing today, so we can do fellowship maneuvers.
Nice.
I don't think Bola was saying she was going to heal. I think she was being sarcastic.
Oh. Okay, I'll heal. I'm just teasing you guys. Yeah.
Come on.
Okay, Zollin, we need
right.
to heal tonight, please.
No,
and Kren will be tanking, I'll be providing support, and everybody else will be on DPS.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Now, are we doing the 1 tier 1, right? Instance?
This is the first time I've been back in Wells with a 6-man since they did the adjustment.
Cool. I'm excited. I am all set up to heal a lot on this character. Like, I've got really good gear for healing on him now. Oh, I just realized I'm missing... I gotta grab some essences real fast. I got a new piece of gear. Alright, well, I'm all set on my end, Mr. Hammer, so...
I don't know if it's just me, but every time someone says something, including me, I hear it 3 times.
Hmm.
Bola and Zollin both have their in-game chat on or mic on.
Oh. Well, I will turn that off. And also, are you watching the stream? Because you'll probably hear yourself.
I don't have the stream on. I'll watch it later.
But I will say that I haven't had any echo at all, and I don't
I
have
haven't-
the stream on.
Yeah, I don't have any echo as well. But I'll turn off mine. There we go.
Yeah, like that's true what Bola said. Like
Okay, guys, so once again, welcome. I'm really glad you all came tonight. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is being streamed, and we are going to do Wells of Forgetting Tier 1 for the first time as a kinship. We're going to enter now, and before we start the first battle, I'll be providing some instructions. So let's get in there, and then we'll get started.
I forgot. Which one were we doing? Just kidding. The Wells of Forgetting.
Don't buff yet. Don't do anything. Just come on in, and we'll step forward.
Sweet.
Deep in the war-torn lands of Imbular, locals warn you of an Ordakai encampment, a trading post of sorts. It is known as Tur.
Don't step past me, please.
The Well of Forgetting, whose waters will make you forget your troubles and, if you drink enough, even who you are. But unless you are trading for this water, it is best to stay quite clear of the well, for many have vanished near it, never to be seen again. You are now tasked by the families of the vanished with investigating the well and its secrets.
You claim to trade in water, but I see through you all. You will find only your doom here. Except for you. I remember you. My friend. It's been too long. My blessings to you, my friend.
Okay, guys, so take a look inside the room, please, and you'll notice that there are two bosses in there,
Exciting.
not just one.
Welcome everyone to the stream.
That's Daiko and Boko. We have to defeat both of them in order to get through this. Battle. The most important thing about this battle is that both of them are going to be surrounded by, call it a giant puddle or an aura.
I am lacking essences, but I think it'll be okay.
And the puddle is
tier
going
one.
to do two things. One thing that's not important and a second thing that is important. One of them is going to give a buff to melee damage. And the other one is going to give a buff to ranged and tactical damage. And the reason I'm saying that doesn't matter is because you can't be thinking about that because of the second effect of those puddles. The puddles of both of them are only in one half of the room. Imagine that there's a line straight through the middle of the room. One half of the room has one puddle. The other half of the room around the other guy has a second puddle. Each puddle will apply a damage over time effect to your character. The longer you stay in that one puddle, the stronger that damage over time effect is going to be. What that means is that you have to stand in one of the two puddles long enough to be able to do something, and then you have to be able to run over to the other side to get out of that puddle and into the other one. As soon as you're out of the first puddle, that dot will disappear, but then you'll get another dot, and that other dot will start to slowly stack up. So I think you can understand what you have to do here. You're going to have to run back and forth across the middle of the room in order to allow the previous dot to drop off of you, and the other dot will then start building up. And when it gets too strong, you're going to have to run back to the other side of the room again. Any questions about that? Okay, second part. Each of the two bosses will have a buff on him. One is called Blessed Brother. Blessed Brother buff increases the damage that boss will do. The other one will have Brother's Keeper buff. That reduces the damage that boss takes by 95%. And they are going to switch back and forth as to which one of them has which of those two buffs. So if you are attacking the one that has Brother's Keeper, you're wasting your time. You're doing almost no damage. At the same time, the one that has Blessed Brother is going to be doing a lot more damage to us and has to be the target that we focus on. It's also important that neither boss is completely ignored at any time. We have to have at least one person on both sides of the room at all times.
Learn now, guys. This is
If we don't, they're going to get a very big buff, which is going to basically wipe us out. So we have to have one person on one side and one person on the other.
All right, so you never want to have one side of the room empty, basically.
I think I heard Zollin say something like you never want to have one side of the room empty, and that is exactly correct.
Okay.
So we're going to start with Kren. And all the rest of us are going to go on the right side of the room. I'm going to call out when it's time to switch sides. I'm just going to yell, switch, into voice chat. And when I yell that out, it's time to just switch over to the other side of the room. Now, this is going to be much, much easier for people who have ranged attacks than for people who have to do all their attacks in melee. Because melee obviously has to run all the way back and forth between the two bosses. Healers, range DPS, you can stay near the middle of the room. You just have to take a step or two to get from one side of the room to the other when it's time to move. Poor old Kren and me, we're going to have to run back and forth a lot.
Got it.
So Daniel's asking in chat if the range DPS can stay mostly on Balco's side. And the answer to that is, yeah, sure, but that's not what we're going to do. We want to have the entire group, except for Kren, on the opposite side that Kren's on at all times.
That makes sense for coordination purposes, right?
There are some other things about this battle, but those are the most important, and I think we'll be able to succeed here at Tier 1 with just that information. Any other questions?
Did you say we're starting again?
Okay, let's buff up.
Which sides are we going to again?
Right side.
As you face into the room, Kren is going to go to the left, and the rest of us are going to go to the right. After 10 to 20 seconds, I'm going to call out switch, at which time we're going to switch to the opposite sides of the room. Remember that if you don't have to attack in melee, you don't have to go all the way over to the boss. You can just step over slightly from one side of the middle of the room to the other side of the room. Okay, let's get in there. Kren over to the left, the rest of us over to the right.
You aren't here for water. No, I've seen your kind here before. We have strict rules about causing trouble at the well. Unfortunately, you've come all this way to die on our sands. Blood or water, friends? You know the rules. Well,
All right, I might be a little quiet, guys, because this is the first time I've ever healed this instance, so I'm going to be very focused.
may the ground curse you! May this ground be cursed!
Switch. 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 Switch.
All right, we're looking pretty good here.
Switch. Switch. This is going very nicely, guys. Slow and steady. Very good.
You really have to think so much with Runekeeper healing, though. There's so many things to like keep up
Switch.
with.
Switch.
Come back and face me!
Switch.
Do not run from me!
All right, I think I got the hang of this rotation on my while we're doing this. I'm really quiet. This is the first time I've ever done this, so my brain is cataloging what I have to do right now.
Switch. Switch.
My Healy stones sound so cool, though. Little sound effects.
Switch.
I didn't want me to put that on him, but that's okay. I put do not fall on the wrong person. Not really the end of the world. I think we're okay. Oh, we got him half health. This is good.
Switch.
I'm doing my best to try to keep my Rite of Ruin stack on everybody all the time. Because that's a big one you need to really have on everybody constantly. Man, once you really do that, like keep that on everybody, it really does a lot of work for you.
Switch.
Ooh, some decent AoE damage by them. Oh, getting pretty low.
Start looking for inductions and interrupt them, guys.
I got one of them.
Kren, run away, then come back.
Hey, we did it! Hey, nice job, guys.
That was absolutely perfect. They got off 2 inductions before we started interrupting them. But other than that, absolutely perfect. Congratulations. Great job, everybody.
Woohoo! Thank you, Mr. Hammer, for the great corrections. That was awesome.
Get our loot.
That helps so much to hear Switch.
It does. It does. The chat is going crazy right now. They're very excited for us. That's the first time we've done that with just our group.
I couldn't open it. Can somebody else open it?
It opened.
Yeah, someone opened it.
Okay, guys, so this is just basic trash mobs, but we are not going to go crazy and pull them all.
We did it, guys!
The order...
I know it's tier
that we
1,
need
but
to fight
first
them
try.
in
It's pretty good.
The Dolas first. Whenever there's a Dola, that has
First
to
time
go
for me
first.
healing, at least.
The second thing that has to go is
And our full
sorcerers,
group.
and after that, everything else. At this time, I'm going to set
Angus,
Daniel
that is
up
Mr.
as
Hammer
our
talking.
raid
He's our-
assist. So if you're not sure which one to target,
He's this guy right here.
look at the raid assist panel or select Daniel and then
Stravar
select
Bots.
his target.
But he's Mr. Hammer in Discord.
Kren, whenever you're ready, get us going.
Wait. Who are you again? You will find nothing but room if you move further into the well.
Further into the well! Dude, I love the voice actor of the guy in this story for this one. It's pretty cool. All right, I'm back, guys. I want to say hi to everyone in the chat. Mordrium, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm like so focused here. Oh man.
But it's on me if somebody can take the aggro. Oh, we got him. We got him down.
I think I'm doing a pretty good job healing now. I'm getting better. Someone gave me a great article the other day
Sorcerer is over on the right.
from our stream here on some pointers on certain things with the Runekeeper heals. Very helpful. I appreciate that. I'm always
Very
open
nice. Let's keep
to learn
going. Be
things.
careful of the guys that are hiding
Especially
in
if
the
it's in
corner.
a constructive and kind way. It's funny because I could probably have an extra like 10,000 HP right now, but or some other stats. I have a few small basic essences I don't have slotted because I got new armor yesterday and I forgot to get new essences. It's okay though.
Nice interrupt.
Thank you for the cheers, guys. Kane. Thanks, Veals. Me and Veals had some fun. We did some two-man stuff today, and then me and Veals and Bojard. I always say your his name wrong when I'm on the spot. I don't know, and I can say it fine everywhere else. We did a three-man the other night. It was fun. I happened to be on like, early or late. It's 2 a.m. my time.
Stay left here. Stay left.
As our group grows, and if we get more players that are from European time zones, and I know we have like 6 that are from Australia, we'll get people who, if you want to lead an event on a certain time or thing, we can help plan it, and I'll help promote it. Right, if you're within our kinship, obviously. But we're taking it little by little. We're not going crazy. We're not trying to bite off more than we can chew right now as a kinship. We have like 4 events a week already, so for both low levels and like this.
Dolo first.
This is a really cool place. So we're in like a underground city, and apparently there's a magical well at the end of this city. Apparently Gollum threw the ring down it. No, just kidding. I
Oh,
don't
good
know.
interrupts, you guys. That was great.
That's a cool animal. Battle cats. Aw. Don't want to kill the kitty cat. It's trying to rip your face off. Well, okay. Yeah, as long as you kind of keep your like right of health and toss bombastic on top. Most things, especially tier 1, it's like all the healing you need, really. You want to have those up too because it also increases your healing on the person by quite a bit. Oh. They don't like me very much.
Sorcerer, get the sorcerer DPS.
I'm gonna turn off floating names. I don't think I need them anymore.
Nice crap.
I think it was on me. Hide in the corner.
Good job breaking line of sight. Nice work.
Yay! That's what we gotta be ready for. All right.
Dolo, don't.
Yeah, my Runekeeper heals are getting kind of crazy. Dude, I just crit him for 160,000 crit for the heal.
Thank you.
Gave him half his HP back in one heal. Hey, you really gotta just be rotating kind of constantly when it comes to...
There's a sorcerer in the back.
Stop a sec, please. Please stop a sec.
Nice! This is pretty fun.
Notice that there are 2 kinds of trolls there. 2 kinds. There's a Crusher and a Berserker. Kren, you want to get aggro on the Berserker, but not the Crusher. DPS, you want to kill the Berserker first, the Crusher first, while Kren holds the Berserker. All the other ads can die from AoE, but you have to focus down the Crusher while Kren holds the Berserker. So, Kren, just be a little careful with your AoE threat generation. You don't want to get the Crusher on.
Fran, I should be able to pull the Crusher as long as you don't challenge it.
Remove your debuffs.
On the champion.
So you notice as the healer, usually you don't want to ever use Fellowship Maneuvers because it slows you down. But since everyone was fine with health and I have my stacked heals, and it was the very last second of the FM, I just put the damage in. Just a little side note to future healers in our kinship.
Oh, how sweet was that? All right.
Yeah, that was awesome, you guys. Good job. I feel like we're like already pros. We don't want to get cocky.
Please ignore
but
the guys that are now directly in front of us. We're going to be going into the room on the left first.
yes, Mr. Hammer
Ignore
is
the
doing a
guys
great
directly
job.
in front of us. Stay along the left-hand wall. Everyone has to enter that room. Do not try pulling out of the room. Don't be cute. Everybody's going to run in right behind Kren.
Remember, DPS, we're on the Crushers.
We're again going to have Crushers and Berserkers. We got to do the same thing we did last time, but it all has to be inside that room. I'm going to do a ready check.
Yep, ready check is always good to do. Have you noticed the other day when I led that kinship event, I was doing ready checks on every big fight.
Okay, Kren, 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
If one Crusher is down, there is another Crusher. Make sure we're on that one.
Oh.
I just got one shot by something.
I've got the boss until that other one's...
Was that the Crusher that did that to us?
I got flattened the moment I walked in the room.
Yeah, me and Tiger both got exploded by something from full health at the same time, so... Was it a stop?
Do not release, do not release, do not release even
Yeah.
after Kren goes down. Do not release.
Yeah. And for everybody watching, the reason for that is because the instances glitch sometimes when you don't do that. You want to make sure everybody dies first. And Kren's showing off.
Kren, you stinker, it's time to wipe. Do not release, do not release. Okay, the reason I didn't want you to release is because I want us to be able to look inside this room so we can talk about it just for a moment. Kren, I'd like you to please try to get the Berserkers in the... geez, I'm trying to get directions correctly. The northwest corner. There is a Berserker in that corner now. That's where I'd like you to try to hold all the Berserkers in the northwest corner. If you get bounced from there, you will not get bounced into the fire. The fire does a lot of damage. Everybody else, I'm going to try to hold all the others as much as I can against the far corner on the other side. That's the southeast corner. I'm going to have my back to the pillar so that if I get bounced again, I won't get put into the fire. The rest of you should try to stay in the middle of the room once the chaos subsides so that you don't get hit by the front arc AoEs from these things. I am going to take a lot of unremovable debuffs that are going to reduce my armor, and I'm going to be healing myself as much as I can, but I'm going to need probably a lot more help than Krenwell, Zollin.
Yeah, I noticed that immediately. I dumped a ton of healing into you. That's why you, at the beginning of the fight, I just dumped everything on you.
Okay, so now we know where to go, and we know what the room looks like, so we're going to release now, we'll rebuff, and then we'll run back. Please release now.
On Crushers, John, one question. There's a Devastator in the middle of the room. You still want the DPS on the Crushers, not the Devastator?
Correct. The Crushers first. Let's get rid of all the others. The Devastator is the boss.
Okay.
So their frontal attack, Mr. Hammer, is what one-shot us from the Crushers.
Zollin, I know you're talking, but I can't hear anything you're saying. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, you probably have to turn me up. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear everybody else, but not you.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I had to turn you all the way up. You were really muted when I first heard you.
If you right-click him in Discord, you can turn him up.
Yeah, you can pull the volume all the way up. It's because I'm using my mic that I use for recording, and it's not really the best for Discord.
Let's advance to just outside the room. I'll give a 3, 2, 1 go when we get there.
All right. This place is very fancy.
Of all the instances, this is probably the prettiest one.
Yeah, they should make this a kinship house.
I got my room picked out.
I've got Zollin's volume all the way up already. It's not, so I can't do anything about it.
Alrighty.
If we need to, we can pass on messages. Zollin, I can hear you well enough to pass on a message if I need to.
Alright, sweet, sweet.
But I can read just fine.
You're never gonna give up, are you?
Well,
Okay,
this is
guys,
really
your
fun.
DPS
Thanks for being here,
focus
guys.
targets are the
Crushers.
What zone is that
Thank you.
in?
the
This
Crushers,
is in
yes.
Umba.
Then the others, which will be
technically
on, and then
Legacy of
finally the
Morgoth
boss.
area, the next part of the area. We're basically south of Mordor right now.
1 second.
DPS, maybe we go single target for 5 seconds when we get in there and let them pull aggro. Does that sound good, John?
Yes, perfect.
I'm trying to get the Berserker in the room targeted. Just a second.
The Crushers are all dead. We were focused on them last time. There's no Crushers in there.
They'll respawn when we go in, I think. That's what happens on lower player counts anyway.
Okay.
If they are all dead, awesome, but I don't think that's good. It's going to stick
All right.
that way.
I'm prepped. You guys ready? This reminds me of old school. Wow, yeah. I was actually thinking of the old Leroy video. We
Okay,
actually
friend, 3,
have a guy in our
2,
group
1, go.
who was in that pug raid. Not the video. The video was made up later.
Okay, the Crushers are dead. Do you want us on the Devastator?
Berserkers, get the
Oh, Berserkers. Okay. Okay. Let's shift Berserkers. Okay, we're on the Berserker on the left, guys.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was dishing in the heels on Mr. Hammer, and he just went right through him.
It's okay, it's okay. Let's release this and try it again. Remember that the fires along the sides are very, very damaging. You got to stay out of that.
Mm.
Now, I was in the middle of the room. The problem is when the boss turned around, he hit us all in the back.
Yeah, because Mr. Hammer died. I couldn't. I was healing. I guess I'll try to drop a couple other things on him ahead of time. I'll probably do not fall this day on Mr. Hammer too for this next time, just in case.
Okay. I can put my DNF on Kryn when he runs in there. It's only 30 seconds, but it'll be something.
That's true. Or I mean, you could even do that on Mr. Hammer, I guess.
Is it true that all the crushers are gone? They didn't respawn?
Yes. There's only 3 things in there. There's the boss, and there's 2 of the other guys.
All right, well, I don't want this to be a long-term tactic that we're going to get ourselves wiped and then come back every time, but since they are gone, Kryn can just get aggro on everything and get us back to an actual wall. Right in that corner there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Kryn, you can just...
The only thing we have to do is keep the crushers off Kryn. That was the
Hi,
main
Emily.
thing
Welcome
there.
to the stream.
Do you want me to buff Mr. Hammer?
Daniel, if you can buff, please. Yes, thank you. Okay, let's advance to the room.
So about every 30 seconds, 25-ish, you want to reapply your Rite of Health for Runekeeper healing. You can have up to 3 stacked at a time, and they reduce by 1 tier every single time. But you also give, not only do you give increased 5% healing modifier on the target, they get 20% more healing per tier. So up to 65 plus the 5. That's why you want to keep that on everybody. That's a huge increase. Not to mention it gives a big chunky heal every, 4 seconds? Is it 4 seconds? Yeah, 4 seconds. Now I've got my cooldown so much low on Do Not Fall this day.
Who just DNF'd me?
It was not me.
Okay, Zollin, you're going to keep DNF on me then, right? Excellent.
I'll throw one on Kryn as we go in. It'll only last 30 seconds.
That's perfect, Daniel. If you have a blue spec, you can swap over and get a longer one before we swap back. If you have that, let me know. Otherwise, we'll just do what you said.
I do not.
That's fine.
Daniel,
We're
you're
going
like,
in about 10 seconds, so if you don't have your DNFs up, get them up now.
you're like, I shoot fire?
Okay, Kryn, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Focus on one of the berserkers if you could. Okay, I'm on the other berserker.
Nice.
Well, that was better.
Oh, watch out. Respawn or something.
This is not respawn, this is the bar.
Oh, he spawns in. Okay, got it.
Get you back to a wall, Kryn. Get you back to a wall.
Whew. Nice. All right. I didn't realize he just spawned
Okay,
in
we'll
on the
get
middle.
less sloppy next time, and next time we won't have to wipe in order to finish this off. Get your loot, guys.
Nice. So I was a little surprised on the boss part. I didn't realize he just spawns out of thin air.
Step out, stay right. Step out, but stay to the right.
No, we did it.
Okay, same deal here. Kren is going to get aggro on the Berserkers. DPS, we are going to kill the Crusher. The other guys will die from AoE. Don't worry about them too much. We will heal through that. Crusher goes down first, and then we take the Berserkers off of Kren. You can start, Kren.
I really have to
Stay
keep
with
my
that.
concentration constantly. Healing, Runekeeper healing is really good, but it feels like any healer you're gonna have a lot to think about. But there's a lot of little extra things you have to keep in mind with the healer. Like for example, how I should have already done my DNF reset on.
Pretty good, pretty good.
You see that one, Zollin, at the end? That's your favorite skill.
Stay here now, guys. Stay here.
It was glorious. Glorious, Tiger. It was epic. Very good conclusion.
This next encounter is going to be a series of 4 bosses. I'm not going to go into a lot of
Epic
detail.
conclude.
Only the last one matters. The last one's a big kind of a troll boss. For the troll boss, he's going to have a couple of big attacks. It's
This is a
important that
really
if you're
cool
in
fight.
melee,
Get ready, guys.
especially if you're not Kren, so I'm really just talking to myself here, that you run away when he does his big induction
Nice,
attack.
Emily.
It
I'm not
cannot be
gonna be able to
interrupted.
answer
When he starts
everything right now.
inducting that,
I gotta focus.
step away. If you're close for some other reason, even if you're not a melee character, get away from him when he does that. It will put a big bleed on you that cannot be removed. Other than that, it's really not that difficult. I think we're going to be able to power through it. The key is, as always, to remove your debuffs. That's going to be very important, and be alert for inductions. Okay, Kren, let's all move.
What bravery and nobility you possess.
This is a really cool fight.
I want to get to the well and know its secret. Unfortunately for you, you are so far away. Did you know we are
For each of the next 3 of 4 bosses, focus more on the ads than the bosses. The ads are more important to kill than the so-called bosses of each of the first 3 encounters. Only the 4th encounter do you focus on the boss. Step forward, Krem. Everybody else stay back. Get the ads, guys. Get the...
One thing
Very
I've
nice.
learned with healing with Runekeeper is
There's
too,
one ad. Please finish
do
it off.
not use
Yeah,
your
run the other ad.
rousing words unless everyone's taking a bunch of damage all at once. You don't want to be wasting that early. Be using single target stacking things.
Ads, get the ad. Nice pickup, Kren. Good job.
Kren's a boss.
There's a corruption on the boss. Remove the corruption. Good job.
Make sure we're on the ads, guys. There's one more ad.
So I try to get the tank healed up, and then I go and I try to
Get the ad. Corruption. Ads, get the ads.
I'm in such deep thought. You can probably see it on my face. Concentrate. I'm literally I'm channeling the actual Runekeeper powers. Literally have to focus on my heals.
I don't know. The boss is barely taking damage. Is it because he's got corruptions on him?
Get the ads.
Oh, not good. Oh, healy. I don't like it when everybody's health gets low. It makes me grumpy as a healer.
Corruption.
I feel like this fight, you really need to have a Guardian tank. Like, I'm sure other ones work too, but just the fact on the AoE. Though I think there's a pretty big AoE heal from some of the other tank classes.
The boss is getting a heal from something.
We're fighting the crocodile. I feel like I think the ads are healing him or something. Oh, my concentration, my brain, guys. You can do it, brain. Keep going. Trying to keep all of the things going in your head is like so hard sometimes. Like, do this, do that, do that. I gotta do my DNF on someone soon here. I think we're gonna put it on, put it back on.
Good job. Next
There we
one.
go.
Same deal. Stay on the ads whenever they're around.
My claws will find you.
All right, next fight. This boss is like multiple boss fights.
Nice.
This is a very
You made a look for
marathon
corruptions,
level
guys.
boss. Very marathon level. I'm definitely getting my combos here set up. Basically, I'm just switching between targets and dropping my 4 little, especially the right, on people. Whew, we're doing it, guys. We're doing it. Again, if you're enjoying yourself and if you already do it, don't forget to like and subscribe. The plug in the middle of a giant canyon fighting a monster. All right. I'll throw on Speak No Evil. I love it. I love the Runekeeper things. They're so cool. What they called. Do 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 do. I feel like I'm probably just way over healing everybody, but that's okay because it's good practice to click the buttons. Got it. I won't. I'll definitely tell you. I think my fingers are getting a little sore. My wrist on the left side. All right, we did it. Spider fight time.
It's the same thing. Same deal here. Stay on the ads whenever they're at. Look for corruption.
I'm sorry. So basically, what's happening here is we're just wearing you down.
You're gonna get a challenge if you can.
Don't forget to breathe, guys. Breathe. That's the key. Gimli taught us that. Breathe. Just remember to breathe. Stretch! Stretch! Okay, I gotta go back. Also, Rousing Words takes a big chunk of mana. Also, you as a healer Runekeeper, you really want to keep Rune of Winter on your tank. Because it reduces their damage by 10%, which is insane. So, makes
Remove your debuffs.
All right.
Last one. Stay away from him unless you can't. And if you near him for some reason and he starts his induction, run away.
They're doomed to go.
Ads.
Ads, get on the ad.
Try to get the ads around the healer. Still got one more ad, it's the bow user.
Okay.
Ads again.
I'm gonna put that. I'm putting the rune of 10% damage reduction on Mr. Hammer instead, because Kren's not really taking that much damage being a guardian. So, Mr. Hammer's the only melee in our group, so he's right up in their faces. So I'm temporarily. If it looks like Kren's taking a massive amount of damage, then I switch back. But he seems okay to me.
Ads again.
Corruption.
Epic conclusion. The lightning bolt looks so cool. All right.
And that's it. You did it.
Nice. Good job, guys.
So what happened to the skill we used to get that went along with this?
We had a mind battle with the guy. And we won.
We're not done yet.
Oh yeah, that wasn't the end of the fun.
Fantastic, guys. Really great job. I'm really proud. Okay, so we're going to run through a bunch of trolls now, and we're going to be following the same pattern. Kren is going to get aggro on the, whatever they're called, and we're all going to get aggro on the crushers to keep the crushers off of Kren.
Can I ask you a favor? Can you bring the crusher to you, John, and I'll grab the other two?
I can do that.
You don't need to run all the way up. There's these skulkers right here.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you guys. You're doing an amazing job, everybody.
Whoops.
Very proud of my kinship. They're doing a great job. This is fantastic. Both everyone leading, like Mr. Hammer, and everybody else doing their jobs so well.
So DPS will be on the crusher.
All right.
Awesome.
We're doing good. We're doing good.
This is exactly like it is in 1 and 2 player mode, except you can't be sloppy and run through the clouds. You have to run through properly. Let's get a lot of heals going, but we don't want to get hit if we can avoid.
And of course.
I'll res you, just stay there. I'll res you, just stay right there. I'll bring you out of it.
When Lily's back, we'll take this opportunity to rebuff. I'll do the buffs.
Sorry, I had to laugh at you.
I know. I'm always the first to die.
Hey, you're like the taste tester. No. But for the instance.
The King's taste tester, okay.
We're going to try to do these guys one at a time. We may not be able to. Just remember that we need to keep the crushers off of Kren.
All right. Just Belle, just because you're so brave, Beth.
And man, I rush in where fools dare to tread.
Oh no. Yeah, we're doing great. You're doing a great job, Beth. Keep it up. That was a timing thing. Also, sometimes lag can cause things too.
Don't get aggro on the crushers, Kren. Let us do it for you.
Also, Bell being a lore master is they're pretty squishy. So one little touch and they explode. I mean, I guess you could say the same for other characters too, to that, but and epic heal. So being a good healer too, sometimes being proactive, being ready to see something, especially with Runekeepers, because if you see someone about to die and you have your DNF up, sometimes you want to throw that at them ahead of time.
Very nice. More trolls ahead, same deal.
This is me making sure my heals don't turn off. I'm over here standing on the heat vents. I forgot you can't stand on those. They're very nice. They're very hot. They're very hot. I basically just, I have so much mana. Just realized, why do I have 13,000? Should try to turn some of that into HP with stats. I don't need 13,000 power.
We've got 2 common DPS on the crusher.
Gonna rebuff all of my buffs on everybody. If you do it right with the right order, you can actually get like 3 or 4 of your things on at once. It just starts really eating up your mana if you do it too quickly. I like watching Runekeepers cast though, it just looks cool. Don't forget, if we're squishy, guys, if you're taking real big chunks of damage, back up. Don't stay in AoE range. I can compensate for it a little
Stop
bit,
here,
but
please.
it does a lot.
Okay, this is the last boss. Now, on Tier 1,
Here we go.
this group can probably just focus on the boss and kill him and not worry about any of the mechanics. However, we're not going to do that. There are going to be ads. There are going to be a lot of trolls. And when the trolls appear, we want to follow the same tactics we've been using for trolls all along. We want to focus down the berserkers.
Rushers.
First, excuse me, keep getting that backwards. We want to focus down the crushers first, and allow Kren to keep aggro on the boss and the berserkers, and then the berserkers, and then the boss. You'll notice that in this room there are 2 levers. Every once in a while, the Well of Forgetting will become available, and one of us can walk over, use a lever, which will activate the well, and then everyone can step into the well for a moment. Doing that will remove a bunch of debuffs, which is nice, and also give every person a special ability which will appear on your UI. You can use that special ability to do things like instantly kill one of the ads, or do a whole bunch of damage to the boss, or do a big heal for someone. You'll have to look at the skill when it appears on your UI, see what it does, and use it appropriately. Here on Tier 1, we don't have to kind of organize all that in advance. I'm pretty sure that you guys will be able to take care of that. You can focus mostly on the boss, but please let's follow the proper procedure, which is that Kren is going to get aggro on the boss, and the berserkers, we're going to kill the crushers first, and then turn back to the berserkers and the boss.
Good, yeah. Sounds good. I think it's
Okay,
good we
let's move in.
practice.
The well serves only me. And as for you, you claim my friendship, but you are no ally of mine. There is not water enough to share. By coming here,
Stack on me, please.
only your own.
Everyone but Kren, stack on me, please.
Ads on the crusher. Your debuffs, they are putting some debuffs on us. One more ad.
Nicely done, nicely done.
More ads. I'm on the crusher. Still a crusher up. Now the berserker. getting a bell? You got the lever.
Yep.
Okay, more ads.
Cleanse yourselves, folks.
Try to get this crusher down. Another crusher.
Okay, guys, cleanse.
Are we supposed to be cleansing at the well in the middle?
I go through it. When I come out, I get a buff.
Got it. Crushers?
Waters are released.
We still have ads up. Let's make sure we focus the ads.
Whew, there's a lot.
Levers pulled. Careful of the red squares.
Whew, it's close. Whew. A long fight.
Sorry to be behind the boss and try to stay closer to me.
Ads.
Get your buff. There you go, Daniel. I just helped you out.
Woo! This is serious. Oh no! No!
Get your buff.
Bryn is down. Oh, he just one-shot me. I had a DNF on me, okay.
Darn, we almost stabilized there. Oh, dude. The boss has a lot of corruptions on him.
Crap.
Wow.
Question, John.
I also have something I want to suggest when we're...
Go ahead.
The adds to the boss and AoE them down because the boss still had like 80% of his health left. We're not really killing the ads before more ads spawn.
As long as we think we can keep Kren alive through the Crushers as they come in, I think that's a good idea. Let's do that.
If I can focus on one person with healing, and it's a Guardian, I think we'll be good. My big thing, too, in that fight, I don't know, Mr. Hammer can't hear me. You can tell him, Tiger. A lot of people kept going around the well out of my vision. And I was trying to position where I could heal everybody, but I was having people, like, run around the well where I couldn't click on them. So, like... It's good to
that's a good point, Zollin. I think this time what we're going to do is have Kren pick up all the ads and stay on the boss as well, and we're going to focus on the boss. We'll use as much AoE as we have. We should be able to keep the ads under control that way, and we just have to focus on Kren because he is going to get hit by those Crushers, and they are going to debuff him. Kren, you can use your debuff removal as much as possible, and I'll be helping you out with that, but he is going to need a ton of healing.
Okay. We'll tell him when we get back. He was asking for a break, and I said, "Hey, go ahead while we're talking."
Yeah, good. Yep.
Did you guys read the tooltips on the extra skill?
I was
Yes.
too busy on heals. Can you explain it to me?
One of the skills you get is 100% reflection of damage back to the target. So, if you can get that on a crusher or a berserker, even on just the boss, that's gonna help a lot. Plus, I did get the morale boost, which I put on Tiger because he had the lowest health at the time.
Oh,
Now,
so you
I
can give it to
assume-
people?
Pardon?
Oh, you can give it to people? I don't know how the buff works, so I was just focusing on
if you
healing.
get the green buff with the cross on it,
Okay.
you know, the red cross symbol, you can click on any of your allies and use that. You can't. It's not a fellowship thing. You have to put it on one person.
Okay.
And then the rest are all damage buffs. One is 100% corruption removal. So if you put that on the boss. So those
and he had
skills
like
are
10 of them.
Very useful if you get in there. But I noticed the red squares around the well, so you have to be careful. Don't go in the red squares. But where it's purple, that's where you get the buff at.
Oh, okay. So if it's purple, you walk in that, and that's what. Because I never saw it. So
Yeah.
maybe that's
When you leave it, you have the buff, and I don't know. I think it's probably worth walking through a red square as long as you're not about to die to get the buff.
Yeah.
I didn't notice any damage when I went through the red square, but I just started to avoid them because they were red.
Yeah,
It
I was
puts a
dumping a lot of
debuff
heals
on you. I was just cleansing mine.
Yeah, I mean, like, we were doing really, really well in that fight still. But I think this new plan is a good idea by you guys.
Yeah,
So-
we'll get fancy with it next time. Maybe let's do exactly what Daniel said, and we'll just focus on the boss and let the AOE handle the ads.
Yeah, and then it'll give us
you
time to
Everybody's
learn.
here.
Do you not want the lever?
Oh, I think so, because we want the buff from the well.
Alright, because I'm going to still keep hitting the levers. They go back and forth.
That's good, Beth. Do that.
Yeah, I'm just going to focus mainly on healing. Now, I'm going to put Do Not Fall this day still on Mr. Hammer. Who's the other person I should have it on?
Gran, I would think.
Probably
Well,
Kren.
I'm
Yeah.
not 100% sure about this, but I think most of the ads appear from the east side of the room. So if you want to move the boss around there so that you can pick them up as they come in, that might be a good idea. Okay, let's step inside. Let's get going.
Wow, Emily, you're putting a lot in that chat. Nice. Thank you everyone for being here, by the way. It's like 30 people watching. Glad you guys are
Remember, just
joining
try
us.
to stay behind the boss and the ads if you can, and not in front of them.
By coming here, you seek only your own obliteration.
Stay close to me, guys. Stay close to me.
Get out of the puddle.
Looks like that's the way to...
Getting the lever.
Back up just a little bit more, Kren.
Get your buffs, please.
Perfect.
Puddles.
Go to the other corner, Kren. Please go to the other corner.
Activating lever.
Watch the ads. Take them to Kren.
I am focused.
Get your buff.
Puddles. Puddles. And ads.
Water's up.
I've got another DNF on John for 30 seconds. Ads.
Move to the other corner, Kren.
Grab a buff.
Focus the boss, guys. Focus the boss. Almost down.
Woo! Good job.
Good job.
Very nice. Terrific job, guys. That was fantastic. Good job.
I don't think I've ever
there at the end.
I don't think I've ever pumped out that many heals in my life.
And this is just tier 1.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I am very happy that they got this balanced better.
That was awesome!
That's a nice necklace for a healer.
Oh, really?
I got a really good item, and it's for a healer.
Oh,
That's a good
really?
good necklace.
Okay, Zollin, come trade with me.
I don't like how this is breaking
Let's
down.
see if it's
Every
better than
time
what
we
I have real quick
Jared in the
before I
group,
take
you
it,
know?
just so I don't.
Couldn't be a DPS one.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's pretty
Yeah.
amazing, right?
that's
Good thing
yeah,
it's
that's.
for a healer.
I just got a lot stronger for heals.
I want all the heals next run.
All right, well I'm getting there. Did you see this cape I got the other day? That's pretty.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so I'm getting there.
So the first boss pair is the
Thank you.
hardest part of this instance, and you guys did that absolutely perfectly. Second one, we got, well, just fine after we got used to the room and we knew what we had to do. This guy, I think we're going to have to work on a little bit more, but I think next week we'll do this again at Tier 1. We'll see how we do, and if we do well enough, we can take a second run at it at Tier 2.
Sweet.
Thanks for leading, John.
That was awesome. Wow, you guys, we did it. Woohoo!
And Voice made this really nice too, I gotta admit.
Friend, you just took the words out of my head. I was just thinking the same thing, how much easier that was.
Thanks, guys. I'm getting there. My fingers, I might have carpal tunnel now on my left finger, but it's okay. Left hand.
John, you used that joke yesterday.
Did he? That's
Smoothies.
funny.
Go for smoothies.
I would duty. Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, you did a great job, you guys. Great DPS. Great shot calls, and Kren, amazing tanking. There's no way, if you weren't so decked out and good at tanking, that would gone so smoothly at the. Yeah. You were taking a lot of damage and blocking a lot, I'm sure. Yeah, that was a crazy one. That was fun.
Well,
Alright.
I have a rapper that wants me to do one more of these Corbin Valley instances to complete. If any of you guys want to stick around and do another instance, let me know.
I also do have my lore master has the 6-man one the other day, and also I have the Corbin Valley one, but I have to do 2 more. That's up to you guys. I would be happy to stay for one more thing if it's fast, but
I mean, I will too. I have the same wrapper. It's up to y'all. I mean, we can do it on stream. We can do it off stream. You know.
Yeah,
we could want to do.
We could do it later. Absolutely. Is there anything else you guys want to say to the stream? Because I'll go ahead and probably wrap up here on this end. I thank you to everyone who hung out this whole time and watched us. Appreciate that.
Can't wait to watch the stream now that we've
you get to watch me be really serious and quiet for like half the stream as I'm heavily focused on healing. Right here. I'm gonna mute, guys. You guys go ahead and talk, and I'll finish up the stream on my end. Good job, everybody. Very proud of how good our kinship's getting at this. All right, guys. Well, to everybody watching, Thank you so much. That was a blast. Yeah, thank you to Mr. Hammer for kind of walking everybody through it. Amazing job by DPS with Tiger, Beth, and Bola. Kren did an amazing job tanking, and I appreciate their nice compliment that I did a good job healing. So that was awesome. And Mr. Hammer was also doing healing, by the way, as well in DPS. So which really does help because like having a little backup heals here and there is very nice, especially for that AoE like everyone gets hit all at once. Like the Runekeeper, once you have all the things stacked, sure, they all heal, but you're really only... the generic heal that's an AoE is Rousing Words. Like, but that's it, pretty much. So it's a strong heal, but having the backup one in between its cooldown is very nice. Yes, that was... I don't know what to say. It was really fun. I had a blast. I feel like my brain absorbed a lot of new information to run this. In the future, we'll be doing this tier 2. And again, as our kinship grows, we'll have more and more people. We'd love to teach people and guide people on how to do this and what kind of gear you need and stuff like that. But again, our kinship was a combination between brand new players are welcome to join us, have fun, chill, take the game at your pace. Don't rush to endgame. It'll be here when you get here. Enjoy the story. And also for those who want to play endgame, we're going to try to make it where more and more we can do that. In the future, if we get more people who join, where we have we have 12 people here for a raid night, we might be able to try to do some of the 12-man things. There's only like 2 in the whole game. But what also we can do is we can set up 2 groups of 6-mans, right? If we have kind of get our character compositions and stuff like that, and start doing multiple things at the same time together. So it's not, that'll be fun. So very, very exciting. And yes, Wells Tier 2 is monstrous. For sure. That was Tier 1, and that was a little challenging. And I mean... most of us have pretty darn good gear. Most of us have the right mitigations and stuff, too. So it's a challenge. And I've heard a lot of people say Tier 2 Wells is... sometimes you're just lucky. Sometimes you just get bonked and there's nothing you can do about it, even with really good gear. But after a while, once we have the best of the best gear, I'm sure Tier 1 won't be quite as challenging. But you have to slowly get it. And like what Tiger just gave me. This item right here... now, the item I have is good, the one I have, but I'm going to give that to my alt. Or I'll use it as my DPS one for this Runekeeper. But look at that. Look at it. It's got a primary essence slot and a basic essence slot. Gives 1,600 healing rating, crit, and 2,000 vitality. Like that's an insanely good healing item. I'm very excited. That was nice that Tiger, or aka our Officer Daniel, gave that to me. So that's very, very exciting. Yeah. So we're getting there. Especially as a light class. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Well, anyway, with that, unless you guys have questions for me, there's still almost 30 people here. Thank you so much for hanging out for this Raid-Tacular night. If you are in our kinship and you're leveling up or you're having fun and kind of seeing what we're doing here for endgame stuff, awesome. You have stuff to look forward to. We're going to slowly build stuff like this up over time, where we'll try to get harder and harder, like Mr. Hammer said. Next week we'll try to do it Tier 1 again, and if we do it really well and really fast, then we'll try it Tier 2. But we're slowly going to... increase our ability to do higher and higher tier, challenge ourselves basically, and again, that doesn't mean we won't have the lower level starting stuff, Tier 1 stuff still for 150. We will for those who come in just hit level 150 and stuff, but we'll slowly bring in different things. And like I said, in the future, as our kinship grows, which it has grown massively, we have probably over 100 active people now that get on and level. We probably have about, I don't know, it seems like maybe 15 people that are max level that are pretty active, maybe 20 now. It just depends. And we have about 10 of us that are very active. But we're going to have more people coming and joining us on Glamdring. I know we have at least 50 that are going to join on Glamdring. Probably more. Probably a more realistic number is closer to 100 from what people have told me over a few months of us being there. I don't think that'll all drop all on the first day. That'll be over a month or so. But yeah, it should be really fun, and we're gonna do Tier 1 next Saturday. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, now that everyone kind of knows. Now, one thing I'll have to learn a little bit more is exactly how the buff thing works at the end. I was so focused on healing that it was, and you can see if I had made one mistake healing in that last run, people would have died. And I managed to keep the revive on the Mr. Hammer, which worked out. I got it off twice, and I kept the other one on Kren just in case, to get him up in time. But it worked out. Kren didn't die. Kren is a tanky tank. And I was dishing in probably, I would say, several million heals. Like every 30 seconds? I don't know. It was a lot. It was like a lot. Absolutely, yes. We'll take, under advisement. Yes. Congrats. Thank you. Zero Cool. We're getting there. So again, yes, in the future, we'll have other things. Right now, we're, and just so you guys know, we're planning and getting ready for the server transfer. I must tell you this before you guys all leave, especially for my kinship, okay? Tomorrow, there's 2 things going on. One is important for the kinship. This is the one you have to be if you want to be there. You don't have to be there, but we highly recommend you be there, okay? We're going to have a Discord meeting. It's not going to be streamed. We might record it just for us to hear later, but I don't plan on putting it on here unless you guys want to. It's just mainly going to be for us to talk, and I already have a thing written up. You can see on the Discord. I got advice from our officers, and I already wrote it up on the things not to do and to do. There's really not that much with transfers. It should not be overwhelming. It's not that much stuff. There's just some things you shouldn't do. Like, don't leave the kinship before, like, oh, I have to take all my characters out. No, don't do that. You know, don't sell your house. Don't do, like, you just read that list on our Discord. If you're not already in the Discord and you are in our kinship in game, I really recommend you join the Discord. We'll let you know stuff on the mail too in game, but it just isn't as good of quick information. Even, you know, we have to really, the mail only lets you post so much. So if I posted all that information from Discord that I made onto the mail, it'd be like 10 mails, and that's just not realistic to do. So anyway, just keep that in mind. Join our Discord. That'll be tomorrow afternoon. And it's going to be 5 p.m. Eastern, which I believe is server time for our server on CrickHollow at this time. And then before that, for my community here on the channel, I will, at 11 a.m. tomorrow, I will be doing just a Q&A session to help relieve stress and answer some questions about the transfer stuff. That'll be next week. So it'll be really fun. It's not that big of a deal. And I'm trying my best to both make sure my kinship is all settled and happy, and also the community LOTRO in general and who watches my channel. It's really not a big deal. So exciting. And again, if you don't know, we're going to be transferring to the server Glamdring. So the Voice of the Rings kinship. Other people will be going, I'm sure, to the other servers as well. And again, we want friends and friendly relations with everyone, all the other 4 servers. Technically, there's only 2 NA ones, though, so we're just going to stick to talking about 2. All right. But we'll be going to the Glamdring one. So anyway, it's exciting, and it's fun, and I highly recommend you come, if you're our kinship, to the meeting on Discord tomorrow. And the thing before that, if you want to hear some more stuff, I'm doing a Q&A live stream for server transfers. That'll be for everybody, anyone in the community, LOTRO community that wants that. So anyway, there's my little spiel. Wanted to let you guys know that ahead. Also, we will probably do a little fun party goodbye stream thing. No one is obligated to be there for the kinship or anything, but I will schedule that out for probably a few days before the 3rd of March. I'll look at the calendar. It'll be the weekend right before. So yeah. But we'll leave a little space in between before that. So yeah, with that, my friends, a lot going on with LOTRO, a lot going on with the kinship, and we have lots of fun, exciting things to look forward to. So with that, my friends, again, join the Discord. Thanks to my Patreons for their support. I do this full time now with the channel, so I appreciate that. And again, I'm really enjoying doing the wonderful kinship, and I appreciate our leadership who's been helping me do stuff and make more events with the kinship. And like I was saying, in the future, if we are looking for more officers, we'll let people know. Right now we're not. And we might plan other events in the future at different times, different days, things like that. But right now we have a lot of options. We have the Tortoise group. We have the other night one, I forget the name of it. We have the Raid-Tacular night. This night we have every other Friday. I lead Raid Day. So we have a lot of different things you can do and join. So, you know, check those out if you'd like to be involved in that, or if you can't, you just want to be in the kinship, hang out with us when you can. Sweet. There's no obligation to be coming to those things, but we just want lots of fun options for you guys. All right, well, with that, my friends, again, thank you to my supporters. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. And I'm at your service and your families. I'll see you on the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. Stay happy. Thank you for listening to my whole spiel here at the end. See you guys soon.